latest on the NEET-UG exam row. The Ministry of Education has opposed the cancellation of the NEET-UG exams in the Supreme Court, stating that scrapping the exam would seriously jeopardize lakhs of honest candidates who attempted the question paper this year, that is 2024. The affidavit filed by the Ministry of Education comes on a clutch of petitions in the Supreme Court by students, their wards, coaching centres and the public-spirited citizens demanded cancellation of the examination. These petitions shall be taken up by the Honourable Supreme Court for hearing on the 8th of July. Meanwhile, after all the confusion, new dates have been announced for the NEET-PG 2024 entrance examination. The National Board of Examination in Medical Sciences announced on Friday that the medical entrance examination, which were previously postponed several times over and was earlier scheduled to be held on 23rd of June, will finally now happen on the 11th of August in 2 shifts. The entrance exams were postponed as a precautionary measure in the wake of allegations on the integrity of certain competitive exams. What led to the integrity being compromised? Let's take a look. The timeline, as it were. On 5th of May, NEET-UG was conducted across 4,750 centres. Around 24 lakh candidates appear for the examination. Same date, 5th of May, one Sikandar Yadavendu. 2 others were arrested by Patna police based on inputs about paper leaks. Police arrested 9 more people from Patna and Bihar. On 6th of May, Patna police interrogated all the 13 arrested individuals and registered a case. 10th of May, case transferred to Bihar Police Economic Offences Unit, accused transferred to their custody. Next day, 21st of May, AOU team wrote to NTA seeking the details and original copies of the answer sheets of 11 candidates. 4th of June, results announced, 67 students scored a perfect 720. This was unprecedented in the history of NTA. 6 from a centre in Faridabad figured in the list. This raised the hackles, suspicions about irregularities. Controversy also over grace marks awarded to students to make up for the loss of time at 6 centres. On the 12th of June, the NTA shared copies of answer sheets of 11 candidates to Bihar Police's EOU. 16th, EOU released confessions of the arrested accused. After the matter went to court, grace marks of 1563 students were scrapped. NTA Vice-Chairman Minu Vajpayee, in an exclusive interview with News9, revealed that the question paper for the prestigious NEET-PG 2024 exam will be prepared just 3 hours prior to the commencement of the examination. Listen in.
नीट यूजी की जो परीक्षा हुई उसमें कई तरह की शिकायतें आई। उन शिकायतों के बाद से देश के कई सारी परीक्षाओं को रद्द किया गया। उसमें से एक नीट पीजी की भी परीक्षा थी। हमारे साथ डॉक्टर एम वाजपेयी सर हैं, जो राष्ट्रीय परीक्षा परिषद के वाइस चेयरमैन हैं। सर, एक बात बताएं कि दोबारा से अब परीक्षा होने वाली है, इस बार कौन से ऐसे प्रिकॉशंस लिए जा रहे हैं जिससे कि पेपर लीक की कोई संभावना न बचे?
धन्यवाद। जैसा कि आपने कहा कि नीट यूजी की परीक्षा के बाद एक संदेह का वातावरण पैदा हो चुका था, जिसकी वजह से हमारा सरकार ने ये निर्णय लिया कि नीट पीजी की जो भी परीक्षा होने जा रही है उसको स्थगित कर दिया जाए और उसका अवलोकन करने के बाद ही नई डेट्स दी जाएं। तो हम ये आपको बताना चाहेंगे कि नीट की परीक्षा पीजी की 40 साल से भी ज़्यादा राष्ट्रीय परीक्षा बोर्ड करा रहा है और कभी भी इस परीक्षा में कहीं कभी कोई पेपर लीक नहीं हुआ, नहीं कोई ऐसी बात हुई जो कि नहीं होनी चाहिए थी। इसका मुख्य कारण ये है कि हम लोग सिक्योरिटी के जो मेजर्स रखते हैं वो उसकी पराकाष्ठा है कि जो क्वेश्चन पेपर भी बनता है हमारा, वो सिर्फ क्वेश्चन पेपर रिलीज़ करने के चंद घंटों पहले ही बन के तैयार होता है। तो उसका मार्केट में आ जाना, रिलीज़ करना, ये गॉसिप मॉन्गरिंग है। लोग गलत तरह से बच्चों का इस्तेमाल करते हैं और इस तरह का गलत चीज़ है। तो हमारा पेपर तो बनता ही 2-3 घंटे पहले, कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता है। कभी कोई ऐसी चीज़ हुई भी नहीं। बट जो एहतियातन जो पग उठाए हैं सरकार ने, वो नेचुरली आपने जैसा कहा कि एक बार हो गया ऐसा कुछ तो वैसी चीज़ होती है।
All right, to speak more on this, or rather to kind of see what will really unfold on 8th of July, which is really a crucial date, I have in the studio my colleague, the legal editor of TV9, Ashok Pagria. Ashok, 8th of July. I don't want you to read the tea leaves, as it were, but then what looks like the way forward? I mean, the government says no re-NEET, although Ashok, let me also tell you that while you were speaking to all of us in the newsroom, you said the irony of it is they accepted that there were, irregularities.
So, the difficult part is that nobody knows what's going to transpire on July the 8th, which is Monday. That's when the Supreme Court is going to take up these clutch of petitions pertaining to the NEET-UG examination. And there are over 30 petitions which are listed. These 30 petitions have been filed by students, their family members, coaching centers and public spirit citizens, all of them demanding cancellation of the NEET exam. There are some petitions by students who say that the exam should not be cancelled. So now the Supreme Court is going to deal with two sets of petitions. One set of petitions demanding the cancellation of exam, whereas the other set of students who are saying that the exams should not be cancelled because they say they were honest students who put in all the hard work and they don't want the hard work to go down the drain with the cancellation of the exam.
Right.
Now, what has really happened today is a very interesting thing, that the Ministry of Education has filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court where they admit that there were irregularities, there was cheating, there was impersonation, there was mismanagement in the conduct of the examination, but just stop there. They say,
okay,
we don't believe that there was a paper leak. So, on one hand, they are saying, yes, we admit that there were irregularities in the examinations, but these irregularities were confined to few centers across the country, and this should not be taken as a ground for cancelling the examination. However, the NTA, the National Testing Agency, which is the nodal body for conducting this examination, does not say that there have been investigations by the state police, like the Bihar government, the Gujarat government, where they have stumbled on evidence to suggest that even a day before the exam was scheduled, the paper were available with some students. Now, in the face of these such glaring facts, the Ministry of Education taking this stand is really very surprising and interesting, because the NTA from day one and the Ministry of Education since June 4th have been taking the stand that we are not going to cancel the examination because there is no paper leak.
All right. So, but don't you find it rather strange that, you change the person in NTA? There have been several arrests in Gujarat and Rajasthan and in Bihar, of course. And also you said that due to grace marks, 1563 students can sit for, and in the first place the grace marks, I don't think had any place in these examinations, Ashok. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so the NTA by its own admission has said that this idea of awarding the grace marks to students who faced loss of time during the examination was not a part of the original scheme of examination. This was given to students on the basis of the recommendation of a committee which was constituted by the NTA. But then NTA again does a U-turn, comes to the Supreme Court and says, we believe we have got these recommendations examined by another committee, and that committee believes that this award of grace marks is wrong, and so we are withdrawing these grace marks, and these students who were given grace marks are given an opportunity to take the exam again.